Restorative Practices is both a philosophy and a set of skills that have the core aim of building strong relationships and resolving conflict in a simple and emotionally healthy manner. We use it literally on a day-to-day basis with children. If two children have a row or a disagreement in the playground, it's excellent. There are 5 key questions. They're non-emotive questions. They're what-style questions looking for clarification. The one thing about a restorative practice that we learned is that you never ever ask why. It doesn't matter why. It's the what's and what we're going to do next. So it's very solution focused and focused on the problem, not the children.
I'm the deputy principal and coordinator of behaviour in the school, so I would be involved in a lot of kind of conflict resolution in the school. For example, if there was a child in trouble and it was a serious issue and we had to call the parents up, I would be involved in a conference. And I suppose before it could be quite heated, whereas now it's much more of a calmer affair because the children are telling what happened instead of a teacher kind of going, your child did this and your child did that. So the parents are getting the information from their child, so they're taking it more as truth, and it becomes a lot calmer, and the parents often disclose more information that can be helpful to a school. We've looked at developing RP buddies, and that would be children in 4th and 5th class, and we had an interview process with them and asked them why they would like to be RP buddies, and they went through a tough interview for 10, 11-year-olds, and they did really well. And we picked 20 children and we trained them up over the course of 2 days, and now they work on the playground, and it gives them a lot more responsibility. The children are dealing with their issues on a peer level, so oftentimes teachers don't have to get involved.
We write down the problems, what the people feel, and what classes they're in, and then we sort it out, and if we can't sort it out we bring it to Munter E4 or Munter Emery and they'll sort it out, and we'll write how they sorted it out.
I had to sort out a fight with Sean and Tyke. Tyke was shouting at Sean saying you're not allowed to play because Sean just caught the ball, and then Tyke come over and says you're not allowed to play. And this one with Kyle and Kira, it was Kira's shot on the football and Kyle kept kicking the ball, and then Kyle said that she got like about 20 shots, but she said she didn't. And we sat down again.
I had to sort out Anthony and Alex jumping off the stairs when they're not allowed to, and pretending that they were boxing each other. I had to ask them the questions, and then they both said sorry to each other.
I like being an RP buddy because you get to help children when they're fighting, and it doesn't put the teachers through so much bother.
I like being an RP buddy because you get to see the improvements in the kids' behaviour and in the school.
When we're using RP in the school, we would have prompt cards, and both the children and the adults would use those. The children who are RP buddies have a 2-sided card, and they also have posters on the playground that would assist them when they're asking questions. And then the teachers, usually when they're facilitating a circle, they would have small cards. And usually they work in pairs, so one person can take notes and the other person can listen.
What has amazed me is at children at 11 and 12 years of age, when you ask them, what do you think should happen now to restore the friendship, that in 99% of cases they actually know themselves what they need to do, rather than asking an adult to intervene and suggest that this and that should happen. So that's been a great, I have to say, tool now in the playground. So things are quickly and more easily resolved than having been escalated up to teachers.
It fits in really well with Article 12, which is that children have a right to have a say about things that affect them, and children have a right to be listened to when issues arise. So this system gives them a voice and gives them a chance to be heard, rather than people accusing children of something based on information they've heard. They can ask the children to have a say about what happened, and a number of children can be brought together to discuss something, and the real truth behind something can be found out, and the real issue can be solved.
Well, RP, we had a problem with one of the parents in the school, and it was solved very easy with the RP situation. And if we hadn't got the RP in the case we hadn't got the RPs, we would have been very argument in the yard in front of all the kids. So that solved a lot of problems too. And the parent got on brilliant now with each other, so it's good.
I think with any staff you can have kind of little incidents that can blow into bigger incidents, and kind of people are talking about what he said, she said, and a lot of time people don't sit down and actually talk about the issue. So we've found that if we go in early and ask people to participate in a circle, it can help staff alleviate and, you know, deflate any tension. And, you know, oftentimes people don't hear how somebody else is feeling, so it was really good for people to know that, you know, somebody was annoyed at me because I did that, and it just keeps people in check as well.
I'm going to invite both of you to talk about how you've been affected by what has happened. We're also going to discuss what we need to do to move on from here, and hopefully this will help everyone understand what needs to be done and to repair the harm. I'm going to start by asking Judy to talk about her experiences that have led to us being here today.
Yesterday I had my phonics lesson prepared. Before break time I had everything set up to go. My classroom, as you know, has easy access to anyone to just come in and out. Brian came in, took my flip chart with everything I had prepared for my lesson, took it out of the classroom without asking me. I couldn't do what I was planning to do because I didn't have the resources, and I'm just really sick to the teeth of it. It's not the first time it's happened. It's been happening over and over every week, you know, for the past couple of months, and I just don't know what to do.
What happened then?
I obviously didn't have my resources. I had to send.
I haven't been involved myself, but I understand that it works very well with staff members with any kind of conflict and within groups of staff members. I've heard that both sides come out saying that they felt like they've been heard and listened to, and that a resolution has been reached. So in terms of an adult staff relationship, it seems to work very well.
We're teaching the children about emotions, teaching them about their feelings. So if issues do arise in the classroom, out in the playground, even outside of school in their home environment, less time is wasted. Problems don't escalate. Teachers can solve the problems. The children themselves know how to discuss their feelings. They themselves can solve their problems. So teachers can get on with the business of teaching. Children can get on with the business of learning. Issues don't escalate where the principal or the vice principal have to get involved. Their main concern is looking after the management of the school. They're effectively able to be leaders.
The reason we've adopted restorative practices in our school is that we feel it fits in really well with our overall ethos and mission. We respect each other and we're all partners in education, so therefore everybody is involved. We believe firmly that the basis of all our relationships is around trust and respect, and we feel restorative practices ensures that everybody's dignity is intact and that everybody is respected and everybody in the process is heard.